With those colder temperatures expected tonight, officials at the state's electric grid, ERCOT, say more energy is expected to be used across the state of Texas. Take a look at ERCOT's predictions. That bottom green line was this morning's energy use, and the red line is what they're estimating tonight. KXAN's Aaron Cargile is keeping an eye on this situation right now. Aaron?
Shannon, so far so good tonight. Things are back to normal on the electric grid, and that emergency alert that was issued this morning is no longer in effect. But ERCOT still wants to see people conserve electricity, and there are two main ways you can do that. The first one, turn your thermostat down just a couple of degrees if you can stand it. And then also your large appliances like dishwashers and washing machines, even dryers, try not to use those from the time you first wake up in the morning until about 9 a.m. And then when you get home from work, try not to use them again until after 9 p.m. These are peak energy use times. A slight scare Monday morning when temperatures hit the teens in central Texas. ERCOT, which manages the electricity that flows into your home, issued an emergency alert telling people to cut back to avoid rolling blackouts. Not only was energy demand higher than anticipated, cold weather knocked out 2 power plants in North Texas.
Sometimes best laid plans don't happen in that a generator can trip offline and suddenly you have 1,000 megawatts less available, or it's colder than you expect.
ERCOT says the situation wasn't dire and they had plenty of reserves on hand. It's times like this they turn to companies like Austin Energy and ask them to generate all the electricity they can.
Well, it doesn't really matter if you have enough generation here in Austin. We're all part of the Texas grid, so we all have to be Texas friendly and all contribute to keeping the grid working.
We did not come close to breaking the all-time energy record reached in August of 2011 when Texas hit 68,000 megawatts of electricity. Monday morning, we reached about 55,000. But in the winter, there is not as much electricity available because power plants are generating less. For ERCOT, it all comes down to planning ahead.
We'll continue to keep an eye on situations and see what we're looking at tomorrow.
Now, ERCOT does say it is a balancing act, balancing supply and demand every hour of every day. Now, we also want to mention that there were some power outages in Austin overnight last night. We've also gotten some viewer emails tonight about outages in the Oak Hill area. We've checked, and none of these outages have been connected to any of the ERCOT issues. Reporting live, Aaron Cargile, KXAN News.